Welcome to Rustic Roots Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making my all-time favorite pasta dish, roasted red pepper pasta. This recipe is by Ree Drummond, also known as the Pioneer Woman. First I'm going to start by finely dicing this onion. The recipe does call for half of a large onion, but I only had like a small medium one, so I just used the entire onion. Now that I have the onion all diced up, I'm going to add it to this bowl, and I'm using the back of my knife because I posted a video using the blade, and somebody commented and said that that can dull my knife. And I do not want to do that because I spent a good amount of money on these knives, so I'm using the back of the knife until I get one of those scrapers. To the onion, I am adding a nice heaping spoonful of garlic. The recipe calls for 3 garlic cloves minced. I didn't have fresh garlic, so I used garlic. This is a 16-ounce jar of roasted red peppers, and I drained them, and then I am now roughly chopping them just to prep them for when I need them on the stove. Here we are at the stove. To my pan, I'm going to add what should have been 2 tablespoons of butter, but I read the wrong recipe and I put 4 in, but I did take 2 tablespoons out as soon as I saw that it was too much. Then I am also putting a tablespoon or a little bit more of avocado oil. You can also use extra virgin olive oil, but I like avocado oil a little bit more, so I use that. Now I'm just gonna let the butter and the oil get all melted together. I cut the video, but this is where I took the extra 2 tablespoons of butter out. It probably wasn't 2 tablespoons of butter, but to each their own. Now I am putting the onions and garlic into the pan to saute for about 2 to 3 minutes, just until the onions get softened. I am adding those roughly chopped red peppers to the pan to get hot with the onions and garlic. And yet again, I'm using the back of the knife because I'm not trying to dull my knives. Now we are back at the counter where I'm going to add that pepper onion mixture to either you can do a food processor or you can do a blender. It's all going to do the same thing. Now you want to blend until it is smooth, but it still will have a little bit of texture from the peppers. And you want to be very careful when opening whatever you're using because it is hot and pressurized liquid. Here I'm showing you guys just how beautiful this pasta sauce is. I added some protein noodles. I added celatini. I don't know if that's how you say it. You can virtually use any type of pasta you want. Now I added that pasta sauce back to the pan. I am adding a cup of chicken broth. You can do chicken broth or vegetable broth, whatever you prefer. And then I'm adding some salt. And adding some pepper. And I'm going to stir it up so it's all evenly combined. Now I'm splashing in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream and giving that a good mix. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons-ish of finely minced fresh parsley. I use dried parsley. I find that it tastes the same. It's probably better to use the fresh stuff. But then I'm also putting some basil in there as well. Now the sauce is almost done. I'm just going to let it simmer while my pasta finishes cooking. My pasta is done cooking now, so I'm going to go and drain it, and then I'm going to add it to the pan where the sauce is. I am giving it a very nice stir. I can't ever get over how beautiful the color of this pasta is. Now I'm going to add in a 1/2 cup or a little more, however much cheese you really truly want, of Parmesan. You can use shredded Parmesan or you can use Parmesan shavings. Now I'm giving this a nice stir and making sure all the Parmesan is melted before I take it off of the heat and serve it. Now it is time to plate the pasta. So I'm grabbing a good amount of pasta because I love this pasta. And then I will top it with some more parsley, basil, and parmesan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you try this recipe or have tried this recipe, I would love to know what you think because this is one of my all-time favorite ones. See you later.